Hello, is the Sinister Gambino here with a new stream. And this stream I'm going to be doing my next part of my Grand Theft Auto 5 walkthrough, part 15 of course, where I will be doing the off-road races, and there are 6 of them. Actually, let me change the message to spectator. I forgot to do that again. It's going to be pretty simple message to spectator, won't have much explaining to it. Alright, got the message spectator updated, and once I get back on there, it will show. Alright, only took like 2 minutes for that, that's not too bad. But yeah, I put in no using all 3 characters in an off-road race, at least once will get them all a new outfit. So what that basically means is, of course you can do all the races with 1 character, which is what I'm going to be doing. But if you do an off-road race with every character, you'll unlock them all in outfits, so you will actually miss out on a couple outfits if you do all the races with just 1 character. Though because you can technically replay the races, you can do it all with 1 character if you still want, of course. If you just get bored or something, you can do it with one of the other 2 characters. Or whichever 2 you don't use, just to unlock their motocross outfit or off-road outfit, whatever. So, the character I decided for using on the off-road races is going to be Trevor. I think it fits his character the most, of course. And apparently he's in a dumpster. What the fuck? Or something. That's a dumpster right next to it. I'm not sure if that's a dumpster as well or not. Ooh. Oh yeah. Something really important came out on the PS4 technically today that I want to mention. It's the PSN ID change. It's finally out. I think it's just for the US only today, but tomorrow I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go globally for PSN wherever, of course, you can get PSN. Since I'm pretty sure, of course, there's countries that can't have PSN. Okay, so these you have to unlock in a particular order, it seems. That's interesting. I kind of thought it was in a particular order. Sea races don't seem like they're in a particular order, though. So there's at least one type of race where you can go whatever order you want, it seems. But yeah, PSN ID change came out today. So of course, you basically get your first PSN ID change for free, and then any other one after that's $10. And there's even like suggested PSNs or something, which is kind of nice, but still, if you can't think of your own PSN, then what the fuck's wrong with you? In a sense. But anyways, because they fucking released the PSN ID change, whatever, like after the system will launch, of course, it means it has to come with issues, unfortunately. And unfortunately, they probably will never get fixed, for all I know. For certain ones, at least, just because they didn't fucking have a ID change system in place when the system first came out. But it's better late than never, I'll give Sony that at least. Microsoft even had it with Xbox 360 where you could change your ID. I think that one's like $15 after the first change or something. Unless if any future change except for the first ID you get costs. Unlike Sony where you get a free change. Not sure if you get a free change with Microsoft from what I remember with the 360. But yeah, there's basically 3 categories of games, I'm pretty sure, in terms of how the like ID change works on PlayStation Network. First of all, it's not a like class of those games, like one of the 3 classes, but any game from April 1st, 2018 and onward from the release should work with the ID change. Yeah, Sony mentioned that any game released on April 1st and after, at least for now, of course, will have the PSN ID change in consideration or whatever. I mean, it works basically completely fine. Unless they missed out on testing some of those games or something. But for games that released before that, there's a dedicated listing in 3 categories for how well the PSN ID change works with said games. Thankfully, all but one of my games, I'm pretty sure, falls into the category of like no issues with the PSN ID change. Though I have games that weren't tested as well, like a lot of the PS2 to PS4 games I have. Though they tested San Andreas for some reason. I'm trying to think of what else they tested. They didn't test Vice City and GTA 3 for some reason. I didn't notice some tests Red Dead Revolver as well. Wait, no, actually I have 2 games that have a minor issue, at least, with the PSN ID change. One is The Last of Us Remastered. That game apparently has some sort of issue with the ID change. And I'll get into the other one later, but it might be pretty obvious for people who might have already looked into the PSN ID change. Which is unfortunate, because I think it's going to automatically determine my situation, and if I'm going to do it or not, which I'll be mentioning later as well. PSN ID thing's kind of a big thing for me. Like, I really wanted it to come out. Though, after hearing what could go wrong with it, I'll go into it later, of course. Yeah, we'll basically just enter the race. Doesn't seem there's an entry fee so far. Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem you get to use your own custom vehicle. It seems it's going to force you to use a certain vehicle. But maybe I should try using the Hot Rod Blazer. Though it's so annoying because I have to put the Hot Rod Blazer in the like trailer garage since its customizations don't save since when the game first came out on the last generation. Of course, you can customize ATVs. Fortunately, of course, with Trevor, I'm not gonna have a good like racing ability. Oh shit. Ooh. But yeah, it makes the most sense in my opinion to use racing with Trevor, so that's why I'm doing it with Trevor. Not because I wanted to, but just because it makes the most sense to me. I forget, there is some other like PS2 to PS4 game that wasn't just GTA San Andreas, I think, that they tested for the PSN ID change feature. But yeah, most of my games are fine, at least as far as I know, but I do have games that weren't even checked with the PSN ID change. So that also makes me skeptical of even wanting to do it. Because I would like to change my PSN ID to reflect my YouTube more, rather than my previous YouTube that I no longer have for reasons. Honestly, there's like so many risks that it doesn't seem worth it. 3 seconds and 864 milliseconds. There's no way in hell someone legitimately got that time. 500 bucks for beating that one. Nice. Wait. Oh yeah, off-road truck race. There's 2 different categories, that's right. So certain ones, of course, will be the moto ones, and then other ones will be like truck races. Well, actually, this is a good opportunity to see if you can actually use a custom vehicle in these races. I don't think so, from what I remember. So far, it's proven to be correct. To me, it just depends on the type. But yeah, I'm pretty sure every game I have that was on the list for tested games on the PSN ID change stuff that came out today. I'm pretty sure all but 2 of my games at a minimum don't. Yeah, 2 of my games at a minimum aren't really entirely compatible. Like I said, Last of Us Remastered, for some reason, that one has some sort of issue with the PSN ID change. I don't recall Last of Us Remastered really utilizing the PSN ID. And I suppose for like leaderboards or something, I would imagine. Actually, Last of Us Remastered has like DLC, doesn't it? That's more of a major issue, and it didn't say it had like critical issues. It was just minor issues. Because there's like a few games as well that have like super critical issues for some reason with the PSN ID change, according to what Sony released. None of them which I have, thankfully. Of course, the big games like Fortnite, Minecraft, and like Rocket League and stuff seem fine from what I recall. Having no issues with the ID change.
Are we doing this or not? Why don't you need to win that?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's gonna make me use a stock vehicle. Wait, oh, okay, I can use the custom one. Depends on the type. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's kind of what I expected, to be honest. It's my first time doing this on first person. Well, of course. Shit. Oh my god, what the fuck? I hit like a fucking rock or something. Go. Damn.
See ya. Shit.
Seriously, man. Yeah, you can actually use custom vehicles, it just depends on the type it is. So I'm going to guess that if I customize the Hot Rod Blazer, maybe I'll be able to use that custom. But of course, keep in mind, if you're going to customize Hot Rod Blazer Trevor's, you will want to put it in his safe house garage, since there's no other way to keep the modifications, as the ability modifier wasn't initially in the game when it first came out for the 7th generation systems. Nice, easy first place again. Especially because I have a custom vehicle. That's 2 of 6 already. I'm never 500. Are you telling me you're only going to have like 500? I think they're mainly... I think ATV ones are like the ones that mainly are available. Ah, shit. God damn it. Wait, oh, it's right here. Except, yeah, it's a time-limited one for some reason. Yeah, I kind of recalled, right? I actually kind of remembered that it was a time-limited one. That there was a time-limited one. Oh, well, at least it gives me a time. Unless if it's a ATV one. Oh, wait. Unless if it's a truck one I meant. So yeah, I have time to customize the Hot Rod Blazer then. As annoying as it's going to be to have to store it in the safe house garage, I might as well just store the Hot Rod Blazer, a custom one in there.
Lucky miss.
I'm trying to think of what the minor issues are with the games with minor issues. However, with the... Oh, wait. I think you all have to, like, I think there's cases where you'll have to, like, relink your, like, account or whatever. Like, the new account, of course, when you switch to a different PSN. I believe that's one of the, like, 3 things that count a game as having a minor issue. So speaking of that, the next game of my 2 games I have that has a minor issue, aside from Last of Us Remastered, which I don't even have installed right now. I deleted that because, yeah, I deleted that because back then I only had 500 gigs, because that's what was with a PS4 to start with. I have, of course, like original PS4 model, like they call it a newer ones they've always called like the newer PlayStation model is like a slim version. I want like the fatty or like normal version, I guess. Or fat, I guess, not fatty. Speaking of fatty, no fatties. Yeah, it's still inactive. I think it's more in like the evening time or something you're able to do it. Hey, I gotta be careful not to trigger the stranger mission, that would suck. As long as I don't go from the trailer though, I think I'm fine. Yeah, I'm able to still get the Hot Rod Blazer. Should of course be able to park it as well. Oh yeah. Well, I was talking about what the PSN ID change was that I deleted Last of Us Remastered a long time ago anyways, because back then I didn't have an external hard drive or whatever. Because I got like a 4 terabyte external hard drive just in case, because a lot of games on the system can be pretty big. So I decided to go with 4 terabytes. It was like $100 investment, but it was kind of worth it. Cause yeah, I think the slim's minimum is a terabyte though. I almost said a gigabyte, but a terabyte. So basically double what the original was. And I mainly got my external hard drive because then I can save like all my video stuff to the system. Because I think you have to store videos on the actual system. You can't like put them on the external hard drive. At least for the ones that you record with the share button, I'm not sure on Share Factory. So it allows me much more space for video stuff, so I don't have to delete as much in a short period of time. So I have like 300-ish like gigs just for making videos, pretty much. I'll upgrade this, talk a little more about The Last of Us Remastered, my story with it, sort of. Internet connection quality currently not sufficient. Fuck off, man. Really? Fuck. God. I swear I can't not have one fucking issue with this fucking stream shit anymore. There's always something that goes fucking wrong anymore, I swear. It's been like a few fucking streams, if anything, since I've even had a stream that hasn't had a fucking issue. Wow. I can't even fucking believe it, honestly. Should I forget what I colored this typically? think I want to color it red, to be honest. Lava or blaze? Yeah, I think I'll do lava.
Try not to take flight.
Blaze red for the tires. Custom bulletproof course. Red tire smoke. Yeah, seriously, I swear I can't have a single stream without a goddamn issue anymore. It just seems that I can't, apparently. And they're all issues that kind of aren't even in my fucking control. Even if you're like the richest fucker in the planet, if you're fucking in the wrong fucking area for having good fucking internet, then there's not really anything you could do. For example, except move to a new fucking place. Or like area in the state or whatever. Yeah, I was going to want to talk more about PSN ID's changes, but now I have to talk about all my streams acting up again. Fucking having internet connection quality currently not sufficient. Like, that's bullshit, honestly. Like, how the fuck, man? Seriously, it's either that or fucking my streams just randomly end out fucking nowhere for the past, like, few fucking streams for some reason. I really don't get how it's happening. Yeah, anyways, I think it's around like nighttime where the race becomes available. Not sure when exactly. But it shouldn't be too much longer from now. Yeah, I talked about my like whole story with my Last of Us Remastered. I think that was a game that came with my PS4, along with Assassin's. Yeah, I also got Assassin's Creed Unity as well when I first got my PS4. However, that was from Target. Technically, it didn't initially come with that shit. Oh, fucking Lost Dam, that's me. Or the Lost Sea, basically. Fuck their asses, man. Oh my fucking god, chill out. Fuck, man. Which, by the way, Assassin's Creed Unity was a game that was really loud for some reason on my PS4. Like, the fan of the PS4, like the back fans of the system would go fucking crazy in certain sections of Assassin's Creed Unity for me for some reason. I just really like that's how like early PS4 day stories of mine or whatever, basically. It's kind of a good opportunity with the PS and name change thing. And how I had to mention that Last of Us Remastered actually has some sort of minor issue with the PSN ID name change. Okay, it's almost 20 o'clock, so like 8 at night. Okay, it's available now. So at a minimum, you have to wait till 8 at night or 20 o'clock in game in order for that race to no longer be inactive, technically. I'm not sure what time it goes till, so you might want to try getting there quickly. Could be 20 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning, technically, like the street races are for the specific fucking off-road race. But it's whatever.
I know this course like the back of my hand.
Wait, what? I don't even get to use my ATV? So you're not able to even use a custom vehicle unless it's like a Liberty Sanchez or something? That's bullshit. I was going to be able to use my custom hot rod blazer. Because other people get to use normal blazers. Like, what the fuck? Damn it. Probably lost that money over nothing though. But then again, I could just forward modifications on a fucking hot rod blazer again. It's just annoying. Gonna be annoying if it's despawned. I don't know, it could respawn, of course, after the race is done. Even without a special ability to control the vehicle better, I'm doing pretty damn good, I feel. No doubt on that. Yeah, I talked about my not Assassin's Creed Unity. That was kind of an extra thing. Which, by the way, that game is completely okay when it comes to the PSN ID change, apparently. I didn't really play much of Unity, so I don't know how much, like, the PSN ID would even be used, if at all. Oh yeah, and also certain, like, PS2 to PS4 games, I'm pretty sure I already mentioned it, sort of weren't listed, so I'm not sure on those compatibilities. Because I didn't see, like, Manhunt and Red Dead Revolver and Warriors from Rockstar, for example. $500 again. Are you serious, bro? I don't think my Hot Rod Blazer's around. Bullshit, man, really. Oh, well, I'm driving off with this shit, then. Alright, next one's also from this category. But yeah, I guess if you have a, I guess if you specifically have a custom livery Sanchez, I guess you can customize one of those and use a custom vehicle in the race. But you cannot customize an ATV, it seems, in order to use a custom vehicle on the race. It seems to force you on a dirt bike, unfortunately. Yeah, I went over how certain PS2 to PS4 games weren't tested, so I don't know on, like, Manhunt and, like, GTA Vice City and GTA 3 and whatnot, if those are compatible or not with the PSN name change. Wouldn't think so, to be honest. San Andreas was fine, but why didn't you test Vice City and GTA 3, was my question. But yeah, now to finally talk about the second game of mine that I have with a minor issue with the PSN ID change that came out today. And that is Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes, that's correct. This game has some Yeah, that's right. This game actually has a minor issue with the PSN ID change. So it's one of two games, Last of Us Remastered and this game, of course, that I have confirmed that have a minor issue with the PSN ID change. And if you go on if you go on Sony's like website for PlayStation, whatever, of course, there's like 3 different bullet points for what notes a minor like issue. One is like accounts being unlinked or something and having a relink for the new account or something. Could be because of the Rockstar Games Social Club, sort of, and because it wasn't released like during April 1st, 2018 and after. But oh well. Yeah, unfortunately, Grand Theft Auto 5, which is one of the biggest games I'll probably be playing like for a long time on this channel, unfortunately is not entirely supported by the PSN ID change because it has an issue, of course.
This is gonna be fucking insane. Hey, look! We have a fucking Let's see what you're made of, son.
And then, yeah, like I said, there's a few games with like critical issues such as loss of like save data and stuff like that, but games are like so few and I don't have any of them, so I'm not gonna be going over really any of that. But yeah, my final verdict on the PSN ID change, am I gonna do it? I'm not sure if I want to do it right away, at least. But for now, I don't think I'm going to be changing my PSN ID anytime soon. Unless they can fix things with it.
No way!
Because, of course, with GTA 5 having a minor issue, why should I change my PSN ID?
Goodbye now!
Yeah, it would be nice to be able to have my PSN ID to reflect my new YouTube and everything. But at the same time, I do like my PSN name, though I would like my PSN name as Sinister Gambino. That also sounds really good, like my current one, which I'm not gonna say what it is, since I don't really like having to have it displayed and whatnot. Which frankly I don't really need to, because it's a single player live stream after all. Oh, nice. I actually did it first place. Another 500 bucks. That seems to be the reward for every fucking race. Okay. So after this one, there's one more race, and I think the last one's the second truck race. So 2 of them are going to be off-road truck races, while the other 4 will be, like, of course, dirt bikes and, ATVs, all-terrain vehicles, of course. So yeah, this stream will be a pretty quick one. Just hopefully the internet connection quality currently not sufficient doesn't turn into anything much worse. But yeah, at least for right now, I'm definitely not going to do a PSN name change. I have friends that have already done the PSN ID change that play Grand Theft Auto 5 and whatnot. So I'll try to ask one of them if they noticed anything after changing their PSN ID. And if I hear from them what the minor issue was, then I might honestly do the PSN ID change. Though I'm kind of concerned with certain games, because certain ones of mine weren't listed, probably mainly the PS2 to PS4 ones, though San Andreas was mentioned. And I think another PS2 to PS4 game I have that's Rockstar related, I think. Oh wait, I remember it now. It was Bully. Bully from yeah, the PS2 version of Bully, the PS2 to PS4 version of Bully on PS4. That's compatible with the PSN name change along with GTA San Andreas. That's where all the Rockstar PS2 to PS4 titles, though they didn't mention them. So they weren't tested, I guess. But I'm assuming any PS2 to PS4 game would be fine, because I don't think it uses them at all, of course. Of course, you never know if the PS2 to PS4 games save in the same way as like PS4 games, where it's all tied to like the PSN ID. Because apparently saves are tied to the PSN ID on this system, instead of like to a cloud or something. From what I've heard, at least. But yeah, if they can update the games list to feature more of the PS2 to PS4 games, I'm not sure on what their compatibility. That I'm not too worried about, honestly, because I plan on doing walkthroughs of those PS2 to PS4 games anyways on this channel at some point. Of course, like, obviously I'm a Rockstar Games channel, I'll try to cover anything I can. And then, what else? Oh yeah, and of course, if I can hear from one of my friends what the issue is with Grand Theft Auto 5, with the PSN ID change, I might consider, of course, changing it. If I hear if it's not something that bad. But I kind of do worry as well, because the PSN ID is linked. My PSN ID is linked with my social clubs. That could cause issues there or something. But of course, that should be completely fine with Red Dead Redemption 2, of course, since that came out after April 1st, 2018. Because for some reason I was the starting date for all the games that would start being compatible with no problems.
Have fun.
They have a whole Q&A on how like the April 1st to present like PS4 games work with the PSN ID service. Basically something regarding like the system level or something. It would do something with the system level. Do something like the system level to make it much more compatible, basically, I guess. So yeah, for now, I'm definitely holding off on the PSN name change. Definitely know what I'm going to call it if it's not taken, of course. It's very obvious if looking at my channel name, of course. But for some reason it weirdly might be randomly taken, and I'll just keep my current one. Number 500, I would imagine. Yep. Then, yeah, I'm pretty sure the last one's a truck one. Yeah, that one. That's the last one right there. So go to Trevor's safe house to get the Canis Bodhi or whatever. Finish a 6 race and then end the stream. I'm not gonna show off the different motocross outfits with the 3 different characters. I just wanted to put as a message to Spectator just to let people know that they can do one of the races with the other characters as well to get the other characters an outfit as well. since of course all three characters can partake in these off-road races. So if you're looking for the easiest time, of course, I recommend Franklin. Though if you're going for a most logical character to use, I would recommend Trevor. Or if you like Stan as your favorite character, if it's Michael, of course, I would recommend Michael, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna pause the game, check my stream, make sure it's fucking showing gameplay. Good. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna take the custom Kniss Bodhi, of course. So that I can have an edge in the race. Not sure if you're even able to use a custom vehicle on the Ford that require a dirt bike. I would assume if you have the Livery Sanchez as a custom vehicle, and maybe even like a normal Sanchez, you might be able to actually race with a custom vehicle in that case. Not sure though. So it might pay off to get a Livery Sanchez if it has to be very specific, or even a normal Sanchez. Yeah, or even a normal Sanchez if you want an edge in the races with of course the dirt bikes and ATVs. Yeah, I pretty much mentioned everything I wanted to about the PSN ID change, how I feel about it and whatnot. It's pretty disappointing that there's as much issues as there is with it, but hey, I think that's basically what comes with the territory of not having that feature built in from the get-go of the launch of the system. So they really should have thought of doing that, like, at launch of the PS4. Really don't understand why they didn't. Something as simple as that should have been in since the launch of the system. Yeah, better late than never, of course. Which is such a true saying. But at the same time, with it coming later than never, it basically ruins the PSN ID change. Like, basically ruins the experience, sort of. It really sucks too, because I want to change my PSN ID and utilize the free change. But I don't want to risk losing save data or anything. I know, like, that's probably for, like, the ones with the critical issues, but there's certain games as well, like my PS2 to PS4 games, that I don't know if, depending on how the saves work on those with the PS4, if those would even be fine or not. Though if GTA San Andreas and Bully is, I'm sure the rest of the PS2 to PS4 games would be.
Let's see what you're made of, son.
If I were to take an educated guess. Yeah, these aren't even that hard to win at all, even with Trevor, it seems. At least in first person. I don't recall a lot of these races being harder than they were for me so far. Oh shit, Jesus. This one's annoying though, because of the windmills and shit. Oh gosh, this one goes like completely off-road too, Jesus. As long as I take my sweet time a little bit, that also makes sure no one surpasses me, I should be kind of fine. I don't know, it's staying on the road for the most part, so that's good. Let's kind of go a little off-road here again. Not much though. Oh, what the fuck? That one dude seemingly went so far. Yo, like, what the fuck? Is Rockstar letting his fucking AIs cheat and just fucking get through if they get so far behind? Like, are they using like a rubber banding effect? I think it's called some sort of like rubber banding effect or something, when like police cars can catch up to you really fast in this game when you have a like wanted level, of course, and everything. I think they call it like a rubber banding effect, or just rubber banding even. Yeah, I got all the races first place, no problem, even with not using, of course, Franklin, the big racing character. So of course you're only going to get like $3,000, but I didn't really expect this to be lucrative, of course. The normal street races are probably going to be the best paying ones of them all. So I'll have to find out next time, because next stream for the single player live streams of mine is going to be for the sea races with the, of course the jet skis, the sea sharks. Yeah, that's what they're called, sea sharks. So I'm gonna switch to Michael, probably save the game, and then end the stream from there. Probably be able to save house if I were to take a guess. Yep. Or at least I'm really close to it. Sure he's right in it though.
Oh, excuse me. I'm late for a meeting. Hey, enjoy the rest of this.
But yeah, hobbies and pastimes are actually about to be wrapped up in a couple parts, basically. I think I have like 2 or 3 more parts of hobbies and pastimes. So I'll be able to move on to Strangers and Freaks pretty soon, but one of the hobbies and pastimes is going to require me to do Stranger and Freak missions to even get going on those. Of course, that will count as 6 towards your hobbies and pastimes, whereas the street races count as 5, etc., etc. "23 out of 42 required hobbies and pastimes, and there's 57, I believe, so 15 don't count. Whichever 15 you want, I'm pretty sure as well, by the way. Making pretty good progress, no doubt. Yeah, this was actually a pretty damn quick stream. Next stream will probably be pretty quick as well, maybe even quicker, because there's only 4 sea races. And by the way, you need first place or better with these races. Yeah, next part will be the sea races, and it will be the last, like, race type, of course, as well. And I'll be doing those as Michael, because I think he makes most sense as well for the sea races, unlike the off-road races, where I felt like Trevor made the most sense. Then street races, Franklin made the most sense, obviously, but he was forced to do them, since no other character can do them. "65.7%, nice, and extreme will probably at over 66%. But yeah, that's fun. That's gonna be it for this stream. Don't really have much to say for next stream or to end off the stream. Hope you enjoyed.